Hey, welcome to Hebe Pottery Studios. Awesome to have you here today. And at Hebe Pottery Studios, we work in, obviously we work in clay. We mostly do wheel throwing. We do a little hand building, and we make a lot of functional ware mostly, and we do a little bit of sculpture for fun. I got started working in clay when I was in 8th grade and all through high school. I jumped on a pottery wheel for an exploratory class, and it was like I found my home. I could pretty much throw immediately, and it was pretty much my savior in high school. It got me through school because I knew if I behaved myself, I could spend more time in the art classes. And I was very fortunate that my teacher took an interest in me, and he showed me and had me do things that a normal student wouldn't, such as making glazes and helping him fire kilns. And as I showed more interest in it, he showed more interest in me. What kind of shapes do we throw? Well, we throw anything from what would originally be a basic cylinder that we would create a mug from, vases, bowls, plates. Sometimes I even create animals out of throwing different pieces. So I would throw a vase, I would throw a bottle, I would throw a cone like you would make a teapot with. Teapots, I love making teapots. And so then I would put feet on them to create something totally different. Mostly we throw what I consider functional art, which means we create things you can use to either hold food or water. So that's the functional part, and obviously the art part is because we create our own custom glazes. And we do our glazes a little bit differently than you would see most potters do. My colors are not normal colors that other potters would do. Some of my favorite stuff to make is either really small pieces or really big pieces, such as utensil holders or teapots. And one of the reasons is for whatever reason with those pieces, in my mind I'm throwing it and I can already see the colors that it's going to be. And maybe it's because I spend more time. So like, for instance, when I threw this piece, I knew it was going to be in our Northern Lights pattern. When I threw another piece, I knew it was going to be in a different pattern. So I'm truly in my happy place when those things are going on, because I'm spending time, I'm enjoying throwing, and I know what it's going to be at the end. So it kind of, I can see the end in sight and know somebody's going to be happy with the piece I've made. Does the clay have a will of its own? Yes, it does to some degree, and you need to learn how to tame it. Because there will be days the clay says, I want to do this, and you're like, yeah, but I'm throwing 100 pieces of this, so you can't do that today. There are days when, yeah, I let the clay become what it wants to become. And I think that's a true mark of an artist, where they can tame the clay or let the clay do what it wants to, and you just help it become what it wants to become. I'm hoping when people come up to me, they see happiness. They see a piece that they've never seen before. They see a piece that they just can't live without, to the point where they just pick up the piece. They don't tip it up upside down to see how much it costs. They're just like, I want this piece and I want it now, because if I leave and I come back 10 minutes later, it might not be here anymore.